Hi everybody, it's Susan from Sunrise Quilt Studio. Today it's time to start quilting on the Flying Geese quilt. So I'm going to adjust the camera and take you to the quilt and show you some of the ideas I have for this quilt. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you some ideas on how to quilt Flying Geese blocks on paper. I was going to do this on the quilt, but I couldn't get a good angle, so we're going to try this. I was working this morning. I had drawn out a graph of some flying geese that are stacked up. Now I have 4 in here, and the blocks in this quilt there's only actually 3, so I have an extra one here. But I just went through and came up with some ideas. So I wanted to go ahead and show you some of the ideas that I had for this quilt. I'm going to lay my sketchbook underneath it to absorb any ink because I'm going to use a Sharpie marker this time. Okay, so let's work from the bottom and work our way up. This first one is kind of a Trinity sign, if you know what that is. It's just loops that kind of intersect each other. So this can be done continuous. You may need, all of these could be done continuous, but you may need to stitch in the ditch to get to the next point. So it depends on where you want to start. So on this one, we're just going to make a loop around, and then to the next side, and the bigger. Now this is where you'd have to stitch in the ditch and come around and do the next one. And so then you've got that design here. On this one I'm using hearts, and I'm going to start on this one. And then just come down to the next. Now this one flows really easily from one section to the next. Except you need to come down here and do your heart first, and then go up and do that one. So there you have your heart. This one, instead of a heart, I'm just going to use this little petal shape. And then just do a loop in the outer triangles. So Flying Geese can be really quick to do. This I'm going to do herringbone, and I'm just going to start in the center, and I'm just going to the edge and filling space, and then I'm going to come to the corner and just do loops to fill in the sides, stitch in the ditch, and more loops. So none of those took long, so there's a page full of ideas for you. And then I have one more. I have some straight lines in these, so let's start here. This is similar to this design right here in the center, but instead of doing loops on the outside, I'm just repeating that design. So I'm going to, this one will flow from one corner to the next, so we're going to just do the petal, and I do this quite a lot in other blocks, so it's a familiar design. And there you have that one. This one, one thing that I like to do in Flying Geese is to just do some lines within the large triangle and then do something different in the background. Now on this one, what I've got going are some 1/4 inch lines that are 1/4 inch apart. They don't have to be that many. You can just, a lot of times I like to just put 3 lines in here, and like I would eliminate this tiny one here and just have these 3 in, and then let it go at that. So I ended here, so I just need to stitch in the ditch at this point, do my loop, do my next loop, and then do the continuous curve, and you wind up down there. So if you want to come up to your next triangle, you just need to stitch in the ditch on the side and come up. This one I'm doing swirls, and so I'm going to come in and do a swirl, and then I'm going to do a continuous curve. Try not to cut into this, which I did not do a good job on. Another swirl, and then I'm going to go ahead and do this swirl and then do the continuous curve back. And then for this last one, this one is just straight lines. I'm using this seam as a guideline for where I want to do my right angle. So I would be using a ruler, and we're just going to go up, across, and down, and then stitch in the ditch, up, across, and down, and then hit the ditch again, and then just do this all the way around. Like this, and if you want to, do another little one right there. So those are another page of designs. So there's an unlimited number of things that you can do with flying geese or triangles. If you want to just look at that as you know, just one triangle, there's lots of different triangle ideas that you can use. And I hope this gave you some ideas and things that you can do in flying geese and for triangles. And the next time I will have the quilt ready to be quilted, and I will show you some of these designs.
Thanks for watching. For more quilting ideas, click on the video links. And to keep up with my newest projects, click on the subscribe button. I hope to see you again soon.